Hello, sir. Continue your class.
Can I wait for some time? Okay, we'll continue that. Yeah, just give me 1 minute while starting this Eclipse and all. Sir. Okay, ayan. Hello? Yes. Yeah. Hi, this is Sivaram. I have 7.5 around 8 years of experience in software industry. I am working on Java J2EE and web services part. And today I'm going to conduct you. I'm taking web services. Fine. I'm sharing my screen. You are able to see my screen? Hello?
No.
Share now.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay. Fine. See, why we need web services? If we see that actually before coming to this web services, we have some technologies and all. Why we entered into web services? What is the need of web services? If you think in that perspective, actually distributed application. You might have heard this one, right? What is distributed application? To divide the work I'm doing, and we will combine the work. For example, I have one task that is taking 100 hours to do a person by one person. So what I would like to do for that? So I need to. There are two chances. One is increasing the capacity of servers and JVM RAM sizes and all. So that will cost what? That will reduce 10 hours or 15 hours. So my requirement is I need to reduce to 50 hours or 30 hours. I need to complete that task. So for that, what I need to do? I will hire two persons, and I will give the task. So if it is taking 100 hours for one person means 50 hours, 50 hours, and for two persons it will take 50 hours. And for integrating for I will take 5 to 10 hours. So that means within 55 or 60 hours I will complete. So if I increase the resources like that, so the work will be divided, and at the same time I will come for integrating. It will take around 5 to 10% of the hours only. So that's what. So based on that, what these guys have done is first they introduced one technology called Corpa. In that Corpa, actually, it's like in C language. That is actually see. I will give you full introduction about this. The role of web services here. So first we have Corpa. So in this Corpa, what is happening is this is platform dependent. Okay, there is also supports only C++, languages. So what we have done is, so after that our people introduce Java will introduce RM, remote method invocation. So first we introduced Corpa to make distributed applications, that means dividing the work and combine the work. What we have done is first we introduced Corpa. So what is Corpa? Corpa is actually common object request broker architecture actually. So that only supports either C or CPP. So C or CPP. CR or CPP. So then after that, it only allows Java object. For example, if you see, right, if we observe some technologies, we will extend remote like that. They introduce one API, and through that API only we are going to handle our work and all. So what is happening here? If I want to communicate with other languages, it is not supporting. Only Java supported technology only we are providing here in the RMI. So next we introduce RMI. So RMI, remote method invocation. This is only for Java. So here what is the disadvantage you are facing is if you want to communicate with other technologies, for example .NET or MIT, so it is not possible. So this is one disadvantage. So what what they have done is, so then what they have done is they introduced one more technology called RPC first. RPC came in the picture. Sorry. So the next one is RPC. So RPC is remote procedure call. Here the thing is we can extend actually. What the thing is, we can extend the remote, and also we have one API that we will extend, and also that will not support message-oriented middlewares and all. So it's only for some sort of communicating through XMLs and all. It supports SOAP. It supports SOAP as well as SOAP 1.1 it supports, but it's SOAP 1.2 it not support, and also for message-oriented middlewares or messaging services or queues posting that will not support. So what these people done is first they introduced RMI. I mean here RPC. In this RPC also first they released 1.1 version, so 1.0 version. So in this 1.0 version, what they have done is they want after a few months they came to know, yeah, it is not only communicating through Java to Java and only few things. We need also message oriented middleware kind of things. That means we will send the request and receive the request from the queues and topics and all. So they introduced one more thing for RPC RPC 2 here. Sorry, RPC 2. So in this RPC2, actually in this what they have done is they have done it, but it is not supporting somewhat interoperable applications. That means, for example, I will go with book my show. I mean, I am booking one ticket. So what we have, we will book the ticket. We will select the seat in book my show app, and we will interact with some backend services, HDFC, to make the payment. We will interact some backend services. So if we want to communicate with the services, means not only Java, maybe I can communicate with the .NET, or I can post a request to the message queue. I mean, whatever it is. So this is how actually my requirement. So what these people face this are RPC 1.2, RPC 2.2. This is also lacking the message-oriented middlewares supporting. So what they introduced is within few months they released one more version with the name of web services. Yes, it is working on the web. So they introduced JAX-WS now. So 1.5, Java 1.5 is the drastic change in Java lifecycle. Why? Because they introduced web services support technologies like JAX-B, and this inbuilt they supported this WS import and all. So many things, web services supported technologies, all they introduced in 1.5 actually. Java itself, when we are installing JDK itself, the installable software, when we install JDK itself, we will get the technology with Java supported things like JAX-B, JAX-P and WS import. That means we'll give the website visitor. Based on the visitor, will generate the subs and all. So I will tell you what is visitor, what is subs and all. So web services supported tools, development framework, development things and also introduced in 1.5 actually. So this is how. So in this 1.5, actually this JAX-WS, it will support XML based kind of things. That is like SOAP. JAX, they supported the Java XML. This thing here, JAX-WS 2.0. Then they named RPC 2.0 as a JAX-WS, and they introduced it will support for all the message-oriented middlewares and all, and it will give like they introduced as a part of JDK 1.5. So before here, if you want to interact with RPC, we have JWS DP, one other tool actually. So with that tool only we will create we will create an implementation, that we will create the visuals and dependencies and all we will create with that tool. But coming to JAX-WS, what they introduced is they introduced as a part of Java itself. This is 1.5 actually. So this is JAX-WS. It supports only XML technology, XMLs. That means SOAP. Okay, that means we have header, we have bodies and all. I will show you what is SOAP and all. So here we can develop the WS services in two ways. One is contact first approach. One is contact last approach. What is contact first approach? So here I am saying JAX-WS. JAX-WS means someone needs to tell about our service. Someone needs to tell about what are the service in that service, what are the methods we have, what are the operations, what are the requests it receives, what is the response it gives. Like that, someone needs to tell, right? That is nothing but the web service description language. So first, I said two ways, right? One is contact first. Contact first means we define the visitor first. That means this is the operations I have, this is the service I have, this is the operations I have, this is the request I have, this is the response I have. So everything I need to tell in terms of XML action. That is nothing but the web service description language. So first I will define my visitor, and based on this visitor, what I do is I will develop my binding class, my classes actually. That means we have two things, right? In the web services part, we have two things. One is consumer part, one is producer part. What is consumer? Whoever is consuming the service is called consumer. Whoever is producing the service, for example, we have online services. Like for example, we will see some currency converter, weather services and all. So what they have done, they develop the services, they expose as a service on the web. So whenever we want, we will get that service. We will use the service for our requirement. For example, Google is providing some latitude and longitude services and all. So like that actually. So those services we can say as a producers. Whenever we are using them, so we are using those services, right? We are the consumers. So to develop producer, first we will define the visitor. So based on this visitor, we will create some the producer classes as well as consumer classes. This is called as a we can say it as a contact first approach. So the contact last approach. Contact last approach is when first we will define our implementation. So based on this, our implementation, what I do is I will provide the visitor actually. One second. Yes. Sorry for interruption. Okay, so that is what contact first and contact last. First for contact last, what I will do is I will do the implementation and I will give the full service implementation and all, what are the methods and whatever. So based on the requirement, I will define the methods. I will change the logic. I will like that. I will go at final stage. What I will do is I will expose this service, I create a whistle for this service. So we have two ways. One is contact first and contact last. Contact last in SOAP services actually. This is how in SOAP services. So for the SOAP services, actually we have some structure. I am saying contract first and contract last and whistle and some some operations we will mention. We will give the request response and all this types right inside the whistle. So here actually we have some structure. So the structure can be defined in terms of XML, right? So that means you schema, XML schema definitions, XSDs. So this request and response, this is the format, this is the format, like that we are mentioning in the whistle. Fine. This is how actually the SOAP. I will cover all the topics related to this XSDs and this contract first and contract last, and also I will show you hands-on and how we will use in the real time this web services and all. Okay, and also I will tell you how we can create clients. I mean, we can create once we done the service, we will deploy on the server, right? So what we need to do as a consumer, I want to access the service. So for the service, what I need to consume the service, what I need whistle. So based on that whistle, I will create stubs from my side. So I can create, to consume that, I can create stubs as well as we can create one client, HTTP client, and we will consume the service, like we will send the request and we will get the response like that. So I will show you the clients also. So XSDs I will cover regarding this SOAP services. XSDs I will cover as well as this contact first, contact last, how we can proceed with that. I will also cover, and also I will cover like consumer part also. So this is how, and coming to the REST, actually REST is like a representation state transfer. Here what is it's an architecture actually. So whatever we have in SOAP, that is response structure, request structure, and all. Here we don't have any structure, we don't have any contract actually. That means whistle kind of things we don't have in REST. So just on the URIs. Okay, we will give at class level, we will give some identification to the business logic. Based on the business logic, we will deploy it on the server. So based on the business logic, we will access the services. So actually, Java people, what they have done is they gave one API, JAX-RS. Okay, this JAX-RS, just they gave some specifications. These specifications implemented by some third-party tools like third-party vendors like Jersey. Hello? Like Jersey and some third-party tools they implemented. So based on this, what we do is at runtime we will bind just like how this JDBC, how we are giving OJDBC jars and all to integrate and to access the DVMS, we use here the Jersey API actually. Okay, this Jersey API we will use at runtime to bind to our parsers. So through this API, what we do is we will get the with the path we will get the we will send the request to a particular service. We will get the response. So it will support both XML as well as JSON structure. Also it will support, as well as text format. Also it will support. So XML as well as JSON as well as text. So it will support many things. Okay, so this is how actually I gave some samples here. What is still and all. So actually, what is our web? Our web. So our web service, right? Our internet or our servers will support HTTP. So that means whatever I am saying, for example, SOAP, right? SOAP services, WS services, web services. So here, someone, when I gave the request, someone needs to listen that request. Someone needs to process. Someone needs to process. Someone needs to process our request, and also our request goes to that business logic. Business logic needs to be executed, and response also comes to the client. So here, who is the listener actually? The listener may be server. So server will understand what it understands only servlets or EJBs. So we will feel like our endpoint as a service, as a servlet at web.xml. So that means we will integrate our jar file, whatever the JAX-WS. Okay, jar file we will integrate, and we will give the listener as a servlet. So either servlet we can give, or EJB also we can give. So this is how actually our server will listen. So here, so to transfer, to consume a service over the internet, what we need? We need three things. One is protocol. I said protocol, HTTP protocol. HTTP we will use, and also for language, I said XML support and JSON support and all, right? So for language exchange, we use XML here. That's what I got it. So this XML is what actually I developed my application in Java, and I want to communicate either with Java or either with .NET or either with C or C, something. So what our Java will not understand when I send the request, Java will not understand the .NET request format. So what it will do is it will transfer the request as XML format. Based on this XML, it will send to a particular queue of the other service, particular queue or particular endpoint. Okay, so this it will send there. But at the end, the service, what it will do is it will get the request and it will process, and it will by using some master process, what it will do is it will translate according to their .NET format or according to our Java format, whatever it is, the producer side will be happen actually. So we need what? We need two things. One is transport protocol, one is language, that is XML, and also here we discussed one WSDL also. To tell about the service, we use WSDL. Hello? 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 Am I audible? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, you understand what I am saying till now? Fine, right? So
Yeah, you're a little fast. You're a little fast.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Slow down.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So you understand the requirement of web services, right? What is the requirement of web services? To distribute the work actually, to distribute the work, or to consume, or that means to access some services, we use web services. That's clear, right? So here, to consume these services, to distribute and to combine the work and all, to consume services, we use some protocol to over the internet. That is nothing but HTTP protocol. So to exchange the data between two services, we use XMLs. So this either XML, in SOAP we use XML, in REST maybe XML or JSON. So here we have two parts, I said, consumer part and producer part. So when I am sending the request, I am a consumer. So I will send the request to the producer. The producer, what he will do, he will take that request and he will process that request. The producer may be Java client or Java producer, or maybe .NET producer, or maybe some other technology. So what I will do is I will send a SOAP request or a JSON request. So what will happen is at the end side, the producer producer side, what will happen is that will take the request and process, and it will create the object according to that technology. Okay, so here the format is like, so what I will do is here I will send a SOAP. So in this SOAP actually I will tell each and everything once it is done. So what I will do is once I will give the description of all the components here. So that means my application, my consumer resides here. So my consumer, what he will do is he will give some SOAP message. The SOAP message is we have some headers and we have some body. So whatever the data I want to process, I want to send to the producer. For example, consider in terms of currency converter online. So I will give in dollars. I will get the response as a rupees. So what will happen is, so I will give some $100, right? So that request, that 100 will be put inside the XML actually. So how it will is, that is body and also some headers we will use. So that data will get as a SOAP request. It contains, okay, it contains headers and request body. So this it will go to the producer. Producer will reside somewhere over the net. So if I can consider this as a producer resides here. So this consumer, what he will do, he will send a request as a SOAP request. So it contains a header and body. I mean, in terms of $100 like that. So what will happen is over the internet, okay, this will be converted as XML. So this XML, it uses it needs to travel to this producer side, right? So we are on DUC here. Here also I misread. So this is one building block, one block here, XML. So this XML again uses protocol. Okay, so this is how communication will happen. So XML uses protocol, HTTP protocol. So this HTTP protocol, what it will do is, it will send to the producer actually. In producer end, someone needs to listen. So here actually where the producer resides inside a server. Okay, inside a server. So this HTTP protocol will reach, this message what HTTP protocol will reach this server based on some domain names and all. Okay, so here this is actually XML format. So someone needs to listen in the producer side. So what will happen is here in the producer, what we will give one servlet actually. This we can say as a listener. So this listener may be XML, maybe EJB or maybe servlet. So our servers mostly listen servlets, right? It understands the servlet. So to process here we will have containers and all. That's the another topic we will discuss. So this is how actually the communication will be happen. So here, based on the names, based on the domain names and all, sorry. domain names and all. What will happen is it will go to the particular IP address, domain names and all. It uses and it will go to the particular server. Based on the server, we will hit the producer. This producer will process. So this is what up to here we are getting the as XML format, right? So here what will happen is at the producer end, it will automatically convert into here. This producer may be Java or maybe .NET or maybe some other technologies. So this producer needs to understand the message. So whatever the language it supports. So the XML will be converted into this producer format here. Okay, by the container or some JAX-B classes and all. I will show you how it will be converted now. So this is how. So consumer. So consumer will process. You put the request in SOAP and SOAP it will convert it as XML. This XML over HTTP it will go to the server and it will go to the producer. And also the response also will come back, right? So this response, we have three things actually: request and reply, and at the same time what that we can have synchronous, and we have asynchronous. We have some hit and forget parameter. Three parameters we have. So this is, for example, when I'm sending the consumer, I am getting the at the same time I'm getting the so response, right? This we can say as a. This also will convert like this only. So this thing we can say as a like it's asynchronous format. So asynchronous format. We have three types of service headings. One is three types. One is synchronous. See, synchronous, what will happen is we will send the request, at the same time we will expect the request, we will access the response. And sometimes what will happen is we will send the request, we will forget, and also after some time we will get the response. But, for example, we will send a message, right? Over the phone we will send a message to some other person. So the message may be delivered at the same time when within seconds, or else may take time based on the traffic and all. So what we will forget it. So we will send the request and we will send the message. We will forget it. So that we can say as a asynchronous. Asynchronous format. So sometimes what I will do is hit and forget. So I will send a request. That's it. But I don't want the response. We can develop three ways of three types of services like synchronous. Just I am making a call over the phone. If the person is there and he is able to, if he wants to, he lifted the call, we will speak, right? So that's called as a synchronous call. And we will send a message and we will forget. Even whether the message may or may not reach. We can send it and we can do our own work, right? So here we are forgetting that one. So that is called asynchronous. Maybe he may reach. Sometimes what will happen? We will get a delivery report, right? So the delivery report may happen at the same time when he receives, or else after some time we will get the responses. So this kind of things we can as asynchronous. Sometimes hit and forget. We will send it, but we don't know whether it reached or not. Just we will leave it. That's it. So if the other person is in up, it will receive, or else they will forget. So like this actually. So just like so this is what hit and forget. We will send the request, but we will forget it. So this in three ways we can develop: synchronous, asynchronous, and hit and forget. There are three services, three types of services we can develop. Hello. Hello? You understand this? So here actually here what I am saying in SOAP services we have visitor, right? So that visitor, I want to consume the services. So what I need to go to the producer and I need to understand, what are the services you are providing, what are the operations it has and all, right? So sometimes what will happen is for publicly available services, what will happen is they will produce, if I provide for you can consider weather or currency or this kind of services, what they do is they develop the services, they deploy it somewhere, and they will give that digital right contract. So that contract they will publish at the UDDA. So that UDDA, what will happen is I no need to go to the producer. It's as a public, it's free software. So what I do services, what I do is I no need to go to the producer end. I will go to the UDDA. From the UDDA, I will take this is the service, this is the request, this is the response, and all. I will by seeing the crystal, so I can access the crystal directly. Okay, so that's what I will show you how we can publish it to UDDA and how we can get the crystal from UDDA. So these are the blocks actually, and also REST, right? The REST, we don't have any specific kind of contract or specific kind of registration of the services and all. So just based on the URI specifications, we have some operations get, post, delete, and put and all. So what we do is we will use some specification. Everything as a resource. That resource is identified by the some path specifier actually. So we will see like all the related how we can develop the produce services, and also how we can consume the services by using JC client as well as HTTP client. I will show that also, but also JSON. I will cover the JSON too. JSON also. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Will you tell me this asynchronous, synchronous, and heat and forget what it is? What the terminology for that? I understood what it is, but what is the terminology for that?
Yeah. We can develop 3 ways of services. I am saying, right? So I am a producer. Okay, I am a producer. So I am producing. So consumers will come and they will hit my service. So my service may be in 3 ways. One is when the consumer hits my service, okay, I will give the response.
Okay.
So
yeah, I understood.
Type point of view I am telling. Yeah, these are the types actually. 3 types of services. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. You understand this SOAP, this, how this WS came, and what is the uses of web services, right?
Yeah, my understanding is that some SOAP related data came with header and body part, which is nothing but XML, and that is taking the help of HTTP protocol and going to the listener, and producer will produce the data based on provided data by the SOAP protocol, and server is just processing the data. And these are the 3 ways to communicate the SOAP and SOAP to server, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this is how the SOAP actually. First they introduced RPC. So before that actually CORBA we have. So this CORBA, what is happening is C or CPP that will support. Java will not support. So and also platform dependent. And then people introduce RMI, remote method invocation. This RMI is what? This is only for Java, not for other technologies. If I want to hit from my Java to .NET, or it is not possible. Only in terms of objects it was dealing actually. So what they have done is, in terms of objects means it's a dependable, right? So it's not a correct approach. XMLs are supported by all the technologies. So why can't we use XML as a medium of exchanging the exchange for communication? So what they have done is they introduced SOAP there. So in this, so they named it as a RPC 1.0, and they introduced SOAP and SOAP as a communication. Then our services are what? Message oriented middlewares actually, MOMs. Okay, that means we will send the request to queues, topics, and all. So this RPC is not supporting that kind of facility, that kind of functionality. So immediately what they have done is they introduced RPC 2.0. So this RPC 2.0 also is not supporting message oriented behavior. So what they have done is why can't we develop a service which are providing over the internet, which can be accessed over the internet, over the HTTP protocol, and why can't we give to the other technologies also? I mean, by specifying some structures, and also what they have done is they introduced WS, JAX-WS. This WS actually as a part of the supported tools, JAX-WS supported tools came as a part of JDK 1.5. So to develop JAX-WS, we no need of installation of any software also. If we have 1.5 or higher JDKs, then it would be fine for us. We can proceed. Okay, so they introduced JAX-WS, and this JAX-WS, what is happening is, I mean, as I said, either it's XML-based SOAP and all. This SOAP and XML, what will happen is that they work on the WSDL actually. WSDL is like a contract between consumer and producer. Producer, what he will do is he will not give the entire details of the service. That these are my classes, these are my methods, these are all the things he will not tell to the consumer. So what he do is just I will give you a WSDL, you can take your own, you can do whatever it is. So here actually in this WSDL, what we'll have is where the service locates. Okay, well, in that service, what are the operations we have, what are the requests we have, what is the response we have, like that we will mention. Okay, in the WSDL actually. So the service reside and all we will get. So when we develop in general, what will happen is we will use use contract last approach on it, because as we are following the agile methodology, what will happen, the requirements may change every time. So after the requirements are changing. So when we start the application, the request may have 5 parameters. Go on, what will it append, say that you need to add this, we need to add this, like this. So if we go for first contact first approach, each and every time we need to define once we need to change the WSDL and we need to create the stubs and all each and every time. So that's like a waste of time. So what we do is, in general, we will go for contact last approach. So we will accept all the changes. So we will accept all the changes up to completion. What we will do after completion, we will deploy we will create this WSDL. So this WSDL we will give it to the consumers. So this is how actually contact first and contact last approach based on the requirements. If the requirements are perfectly, we are not going to change anything. Once we decide it, then we will go for contact first approach. Actually, that is not happening now. Requirements are changing. Once it is going to live only, we will say it is completed like that. So this is fine. So even this JAX-WS first, actually they introduce as a specification. This specification are also implemented here. Even Apache CF, we have one implementation framework for JAX-WS. And also for REST, actually, as I said, REST, right? It's just one structure actually. So to access the actually here what so we have many things. It only supports some drawbacks, like it supports only XML. But our requirements now, maybe I want to change JSON, I will go for. But security point of view, JAX-WS is good actually, and REST is not that much of secure. And also the REST is implemented with some code, as I said, JC or some REST easy. We have some implementation. Just we will expose, we will use those services, those implementation jar files, and we will add it into our passport, and we will proceed actually. This is what actually. The rest we don't have any specifications, but SOAP for JAX-WS we have some specifications called SOAP. Yeah. So what my approach is, like after completion of mean, each topic, what I do is, for example, JAX RPC, JAX-WS, JAX-RS. I will share, I will give hands-on, I don't consider it in theory. And each topic, I will give the PPT with, notes, and also the examples what we discussed, that also I will share through mail. But I will give my email ID like for Skype. I mean, if you have any doubts at any time, just my students will try to contact them. So maybe I may not give immediately, but I can respond on the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I follow.
Mm.
Do you need?
As of now, it's okay, but later on, when we'll do the example, so we'll get more idea about that. Hello? Hello, Shivram? Shivram?
Hello? Hello? Yeah, sorry, actually there is some net problem. Yes, no. So this will not be happening. Hello? And this is actually for all the types. I mean, what I said, regular RPC document while developing the contract first or contract last. Each thing will develop like RPC style and document style. So I will tell that, and also both ways, contract first and contract last I will give, and also XSTs I will tell, and also I will cover some basics of Apache Access 2 and also JC. REST API. So like that. This is my topics that I'm going to cover. Hello. Hello. Hello.